I found this piece, just not even looking for anything, but just donating things for my parents, and I wind up just trying to take a look because I was at a different Goodwill in my parents' neighborhood, and I saw this dresser, and I'm like, wow, it fits perfectly at the back of my vehicle, and I said I can take this and work on it. Okay, well, I got the dresser body out on the porch. I'm going to be working on um, getting these doorknob off of there. It's a couple of different types. They're not pretty. Some are like this, round, and some are like the other handle one. I think I'm just going to replace them all because they seem to be kind of falling off. They were falling off in the car, in the back of the vehicle as I was transporting them. And so right now I just want to get the handles off. It's going to be coming off really easily and get them cleaned, and the drawers cleaned inside and out, so I can start a little scuff sand. Okay, I want to fill in the holes because I plan on doing something different as far as the drawer knobs. So I have this wood filler, I have my little putty knife, and I have some tape because I just don't want it to come through the other side. So I'm just going to tape the inside of the holes and start filling them all up with putty, and then I will do my sanding on the outside. Seems to be collapsing inside of it. So I'm gonna get it in. Okay, I finished all of the primer, but I'm going to give it a little sand before I start the actual color. Ugh, that's when it falls off. I have this beautiful navy chalk paint. This wasn't the original color I planned on using for this, but I had to change it around a little bit. Um, so I decided to go with something more safer, and that would be navy. And I actually bought more knobs for it than the original knobs. So I did a total 180 with this project. All good to some bug want to come land on my work. I put a plastic bag over the roller so that I could fold it like this and tie it up and come back to recoat about an hour and a half. This is coat 1 of the navy blue. Filling these holes was so much work, and then I should have wiped it down. I thought I did. It feels a little dusty. And then I created more holes. I used my measuring tape. I am no example on how you should do this, but how I did it was I like exactly like where they are in the middle. So I took the measuring tape and I counted a certain amount of inches. Then I also checked it with this amount of inches. And the same thing with this. So I did inches here and inches there and made sure that they were the same. And I marked it all where my holes are. So now I'm going to take my drill and put that hole in there. Mark this. Okay, my drawer handles look aligned. I did the measurements. I didn't shortcut anything. So I'm hoping that my first time doing something like this is not a disaster. I must say, think long and hard before you decide to fill in the holes and make new holes, because that is a project in itself. If it's like one drawer or something, but I decided to have my first time be 4 drawers on a dresser. So alignment is important because of the finished look it's going to have. So let's hope that I done everything I could and it looks good when I put it in the drawers. Gonna start. This is the primer. The dresser body is still outside and it's way ahead of these things. I have my roller out there, so I feel like I could move a lot faster if I had my roller, but I am inside with my brush. I don't have my mini roller. Lay them right in place as I paint them. One coat down the primer, one to go. Okay, I just applied the second coat and put away my stuff. I want to do a third coat, definitely. I was so excited to start using stencil for the first time on furniture. I have used it on clothes or my denim stuff I worked on. So I thought this could be pretty easy for me to do. I bought adhesive stencil so that it can stick to the furniture and avoid any bleeding through and stuff like that. But the reason why I'm talking over it instead of letting you hear what I'm saying is because the project originally was turning into a disaster. I did not wind up using the stencil that you're seeing right now, and I had to change it up. But I just wanted to show that I had made errors and that I was trying to, learn and grow, and that sometimes things go wrong with it. So basically, I started with this stencil and wind up having to sand the project back down when I had to come to grips with the fact that I didn't connect the design correctly. So I would probably recommend, if you're really new at it, get a very long stencil to either extend through the entire part of the project, because it did come out nice when I was first rolling it out. I did like it, but I didn't connect them correctly, and it started to be not look perfect. And when you're doing stencil, the whole idea is for it to look so perfect and neat, and it wasn't doing that. So I had to stop and go in a different direction. Okay, I changed up my decor because I was not happy with what I did with the other stencil. It just wasn't staying neat. So I decided to go another way. This is a little difficult to pull off. Okay. But I will do this instead. Let's hope this one works out right. I want to center it just like that. Where the opening is. Looks like it's going to be good. It's time for the top coat. I did separate it and put it inside of here. It is Midwex Polycuric top coat. It is clear, but I separated it so that I wouldn't get anything debris back into the top coat. So I have a nice clean plastic bucket, clean lining, clean brush. I'm gonna start in the top coat off. Nice strokes going across, basically. And I'm going to do the entire piece with that. I did start with wax, but that was just too much. It's going to take some practice. I probably should get a smaller piece to do the one with wax on it. Because that whole dresser, just doing the top of it was torturing me. So I am going to wait until I get something smaller, maybe even something darker. Maybe not darker, but smaller and not light to do the piece with wax, because I know that wax sometimes deepens the color and I don't want it to freak me out as I'm putting it on. So I will find another project to start my wax journey. Okay. All right, it's time to start smoothing it out. little messy because it is water-based, so it's really watery. I try to just get a good amount on and then just start to smooth it in. Then I'll do my final smoothing. I noticed that the water-based one is bubbly. I am in a room that's well insulated, but I would recommend that you wear a mask if you have one of those breathable masks. I will be investing in one soon. Sometimes these chemicals could be a bit much. After struggling through this project, I finally have a finished look that I'm proud of. Like and subscribe for more inspiration.